This episode was iconic.
I wish I had a paper bag to breathe into. I'm not well, but in the best way possible.
We're not either. And we're, of course, talking about The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 9, the final part, the piece de resistance of the ladies on
The
board.
aria? Was this the aria, if I may? The
Right.
crescendo?
Correct. And so this was the culmination. And throughout the entire episode, the supersized episode, I had so many thoughts. I know you had so many thoughts. I know you guys listening have so many thoughts.
Okay.
Let's just, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. First of
yeah.
all, ladies, bravo. Job well done. I mean,
Literally, they earned their check. They
these
earned their effing check.
they work hard for the money. Do so hard for the money. You know what? They earn every penny. Give every one of those women a raise.
Give
They
them a
deserve
raise
all of the flowers. I can't wait to celebrate the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City when we see them this weekend at
at
BravoCon.
BravoCon. You notice my
Okay.
suitcase in the background, you guys?
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so
It's
Imani is a
happening.
monster. Well, she created a monster. So Imani has the
In what
greatest
way?
suitcase. Well, you have the best
Oh,
suitcase.
oh,
So you
okay.
inspired me to spend way too much money on the best suitcase.
Honestly,
And now my
shout it out.
sister.
Shout it out.
Okay.
We need a partnership.
Yes. Is it base?
Bays.
BEI
Yeah, Shay
base.
Mitchell, we
Okay.
love your work.
Okay, we're both Pretty Little Liars
Yeah,
girls.
we're Pretty Little Liars girls. As
Oh
I
my gosh. She has the base, and I was so jealous. So then I went out and bought all the base. And then my sister went out. So Imani has the pink, I have the beige, and my sister has maple. And we're all obsessed. We all
and
have
by
the
the
little
way,
mini farm.
I also have a Wicked set. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not a huge suitcase, so people are going to be mad at us because we have so much to talk about with Salt Lake
Okay.
City, Ashley.
Okay, let's go to Salt Lake City.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
go.
We
And
saw a little flirting at the beginning with the yoga sesh. First of all, sign me up for yoga anytime on a vacation. It's so relaxing. But then you're going to put Jason in it. Yes. Heather was like,
well,
ooh.
okay, so this is a great opportunity for us to bring this up. So, if you guys watched the most recent episode of Watch What Happens Live, not the one that aired after tonight's episode, but the one from yesterday, Captain Jason said that it's not true that him and Heather Gay actually hooked up. And I said that to Ashley. I can't remember if we said it online or if she and I had a separate conversation offline. Probably both. But I said something in me feels as though Heather and Captain Jason didn't actually hook up. I don't know what that word means for whoever. I didn't think they went the distance.
Did they go the distance? Okay. So she said, because I just re listened to it because I was
Yeah.
like, I need to know exactly. She said, we effed around.
Okay.
What does that mean? That could be kissing, that could be touching, it could
Sure.
be a
It could
lot
be
of
hello,
things.
how are you?
Exactly. She, in the Watch What Happens Live that just was airing, I turned it off after a few minutes. And she's still like, she's
Wait,
still wanting people to think something
did
happened,
Andy
even
ask
after.
did Andy ask her?
Yeah, when Heather's on the episode right now. Like we're
Yeah.
recording right after the episode. She's on right now, and in the first few minutes, she's like, "Well, like she still wants us to think something happened."
No, 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 but I'm saying did Andy ask Heather, what did you think?
Yeah,
Okay, got
yeah.
it. Okay.
Messy Andy, we love
Because
him.
it's not live tonight. So I wondered if there was enough time. That's why I was asking, is
Interesting. Good question.
because of late,
Right,
Watch What Happens Live isn't live. So I was curious
right.
if Andy, yeah, I
Interesting.
was curious if Andy had enough time in between episodes to be like, Heather, what did you think about Captain Jason saying that you guys, nothing happened?
Yeah. Well, that was brought up, so love that.
Tea.
T. I loved seeing Meredith and Bronwyn. I love a silly costume. I love Bronwyn in her costumes. Them costuming to throw the unicorn overboard. Was
Uni.
uni? Was it scripted and
For
silly?
sure.
Yes. But did I enjoy it? Yes.
Okay, so backing it up to the yoga,
Oh, okay.
why didn't Brittany have a mat at first? She was just doing it on the planks or whatever of the
Like,
boat, of the
like
deck.
I'm not gonna get on a downward dog. I'm not getting splinters.
I'm not getting
Your hands
splinters.
on wood would give you splinters.
I also
On the
cracked
plank, doing a plank on the plank.
correct. I also cracked up when I saw someone say it on Threads or something. They were like, "Why does Captain Jason have every job on board?" And I'm like, "He really does because Captain Lee, He was not leaving that freaking watchtower, whatever it's called.
Yeah. No, he was. Is it? I was about to call it a chamber. Does
No,
Captain Jason Chambers live in the chamber?
Why is it escaping me? Wheelhouse, right?
No.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Somebody will let us know.
Doesn't matter. They'll let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
But,
we'll be. Yes. Please let us know.
Yeah. They're going to be like, you uncultured swine.
Yeah. Sorry, we've never been. Sorry,
I've never been on charter.
Sorry, we're Angie Katzenevas and have never been on a yacht. Sorry, Lisa Barlow. We don't yacht on the reggae, but I wish we could.
Reggae. Oh my God.
Reggae. Not reggae. Oh my God. Not me quoting reggae. It's late and I'm quoting Ramona Singer. Send help. Send help.
Literally,
red flag. SOS.
No, we're definitely giving Manic in a way, and I totally agree because tomorrow we're going to BravoCon.
Okay.
Well,
Imani's on the plane tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm on the plane. Well, we're seeing Wizard of Oz tomorrow, and I'm very excited.
Yes. We're so excited.
Back to the episode. Don't unsubscribe. We're just having a night.
We're having a night.
I'm filming this at 9:35. We're having a night.
We're skipping Dancing with the Stars for this.
Yeah, so and I'm upset.
Know that.
I'm upset because I heard this episode's amazing. So, but anyways, but as was the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yes, it was. That's when we saw Meredith. She and Whitney, after they threw the uni off. Well, Meredith and Bronwyn. We see them later on. Meredith has an issue, obviously, with Britney, but turns to Whitney and says, hold on, why didn't you say something? She showed you this video. And I love Whitney. Like, I am a Whitney Rose super fan. I just think she's a great lady. So am I. LOL. Yeah, we're a we. I'm like, I speak for you all the time.
Yeah.
I just think she's such a great woman. And I really appreciated her saying, Meredith, listen to me. Yeah. This is what happened. This is how I handled it. She needed to say this. If she didn't, I would have stepped in. I thought Whitney handled it so well.
I agree 100%. And also at the table, I was dying when it was really awkward and Meredith was sitting there talking and they're like, how are you, Meredith? She's like, oh, I'm fine, in the face of hatred. And like looks right at Britney while she was like, because of all the hate. I was like,
it's cinema. It is cinema. It is so good.
Cracking. Oh, and I was dying. This was really mean of Meredith, but when Meredith and Lisa were in the room, I think it was before breakfast, and they were talking about the night before, and Meredith was like, she thinks she's a Disney princess. What was that person in The Wizard of Oz? The Tin Man? And I was like, oh my God. But actually, Brittany, if you're listening to this, do something with Disney. There you go. That's a good marketing ploy for you.
You know what? Like, why? Well, how is a Disney princess the enemy all of a sudden? Like, can we just leave the Disney princesses alone? Let Brittany live in her little fairy tale with the birds picking up the back of her 100%. Dresses and chirp. Let her freaking live. Just let Brittany live.
Yeah.
Leave Brittany alone. Why am I Chris Crocker in 2007? Leave Brittany alone.
Oh, the way that I get this reference. I often don't get her like pop culture references from whatever. Not me being Jake Shane.
Not my death stare.
No, wait. Not me being Jake Shane when he did an interview with Hilary Duff and Hilary Duff was talking about how mean Prez used to be to her. She said that he would like draw phallic things on her. Uh-huh. And Jake Shane was like, what? Perez Hilton used to be mean back in the day? And Hilary was like, okay.
Yeah, he was
You're
awful.
A baby. Like,
yeah, you have no idea. Like, hi, wake up.
Yeah, wake up on a Saturday night.
But no, I am Chris Crocker defending Britney. And I know on the last episode we said this too. Britney can take a joke. Britney can be the butt of a joke. She doesn't take herself seriously. It's why we love her.
Yeah.
But a person can only handle so much. And I am so glad that Mary, Whitney, Heather, everybody saw what was happening and said something. Bronwyn, thank goodness, wasn't on that flight. I mean, she really hit the
we're
jackpot.
Jumping to the end? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little lost in the sauce there. Oh, I died. Mary Cosby absolutely kills me. When somebody at the table, they're fighting and they're like, Mary, say something. Confessional goes to Mary. And Mary's like, even Jesus Christ wouldn't know what to do with this group. He's like, no. And Mary's like, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's just leave this nonsense to you guys. I loved it.
I will say I didn't appreciate Meredith like consistently calling Britney stupid, especially to her face. I mean, I guess we should respect that she said it to her face. But that's really mean. Like, calling her pea brain in front of her made me sad. And then also really made me sad when they were getting off the boat. And I don't know. I just felt, I don't like feeling like people are, we've had this conversation a lot. I feel like a lot of people laugh at Britney and not alongside her. And so it made me sad, though I would have chucked Uni off the side too, because what do you mean you have a Build-A-Bear with Jared Osmond's voice in it?
Ew, it's so creepy.
What do you mean? So like 100% that needs to be trashed in the incinerator. But it made me sad how like she's just weird. That's her. Like, that's her. Like, at this point, it's mean, and that's just Britney's personality to be like goofy and zany. I feel like they're crossing a line of being like actually mean, and I think that's why the women were having guilt at the end of the episode. Which, oh my God, should we just jump there?
Okay, yes.
Or did you have something else?
No, that was actually the next thing, was the Meredith crash out that we didn't see on the plane. Crashed.
Well, first of all, the TikTok wasn't even that bad.
Nobody saw the TikTok. It didn't make it to my desk. Did it make it to your desk?
I don't know, because this is filmed like a few months. I
would have remembered it, I think. I don't remember it at all. There's a lot of things we choose not to cover.
Correct.
Yeah.
We for sure didn't cover it, but I don't know. I might have seen it. I don't know. But the TikTok that they played on the show, I'm like, Meredith, this is what you're upset about? You didn't have this much venom for Lisa when she said you slept with all of New York and your family that poses.
I mean, she had like a 1,700 word rant about Meredith being a whore.
Correct.
And she's mad at Britney. I mean, what? Like, it's just so disproportionate. The disproportionate hatred is ridiculous.
Yeah, Britney said
Britney showed the F up.
You know what? Britney is pretty strong. Like, I don't think people give her enough credit. For instance, last season, though totally justified and warranted by the women, when Britney was filming them in the Sprinter van or whatever, when they were abroad, they were all going at her, and she just took it. And granted, as soon as she got out of the van, she cried herself into a puddle like she similarly did after the plane ride. But you know what? She can take it. And I genuinely think she can, because I think she can. I think she can wear
but she shouldn't have to.
No, she shouldn't have to. But I think I commend her for not running away, because a lot of housewives, even seasoned housewives, Shannon Bedore,
Tamra Judge,
they leave. Britney stays every time. And I think there's something to be said for that.
Literally, the only time Britney got up and left was when she literally had to vomit off the side of a boat, and I respect that. And you know what? I am all about the go back and have a shot of tequila. Meredith was all over, and I'm like, if you never drank in Raleigh, like, you throw up and you drink again, because that's like number one, going to get the flavor out of your mouth. It's going to settle your stomach. If that makes me sound terrible, I'm sorry.
Well, it's not
that's
like
called hair of the dog.
Yeah, it's that's what that meant.
Well, hair of the dog is typically the next morning.
Got it.
Like the next morning, like wake up and have something just like, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
I used to bartend in college. I am way too familiar with a degenerate lifestyle.
Oh, screaming. Where was I going? Where was my train of thoughts?
Was the train of thought going to an air marshal?
LOL. We can definitely go there, but I don't know. I'm not saying Britney's perfect. And I don't want this to come across that way. And I don't agree with everything, but it just like
her parenting is something I definitely have issue with. But you know what? I'm on Team Britney. It's Britney, biatch.
It's Britney, biatch. No, I am, like, as Seth Marks would say, biatch.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm so traumatized by that still.
Oh my God.
Biatch. That makes me so anxious.
Case.
Oh my God, my mom just gave it to me. And she's like, if Imani loves it, I'll get her one too.
Shut, Vicky.
I swear.
I feel seen.
I can't wait to send my mom this clip. And my mom is going to be so freaking happy.
I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed. Okay. Yeah, no. So I just feel for Britney. I feel like everyone's unnecessarily mean to her. And Britney Bateman, if we see you at BravoCon, I'm giving you a hug, girl, because you deserve it.
I have an announcement.
Tink, tink,
Britney, when we see you at BravoCon, we are going to give you your well-deserved flowers. If we're allowed to give you a hug, I would love to give you a hug.
Oh, sure. That's assuming.
Assuming you're a hugger, yes. I need to know what you think about this. Okay. I'm going back and forth. Meredith, I believe it happened. The crash out on the plane. Why would
Yes.
everybody lie about that?
Yeah.
But how does nobody have video? How is there no record of
I
this? And
agree.
how is there no, first of all, Meredith saying, if I was really doing that, wouldn't an air marshal have arrested me? Worst excuse ever. If that's your rationale, your bar is in hell. I hate to
Correct.
break it to you.
Yeah.
With that said, she has a point.
I'm very conflicted on this because I think two things can be true. I think
Mhm.
that, well, another thing, by the way, Lisa was 100% antagonizing that situation. I know, baby
Of
gorgeous,
course.
and she
Of
was
course.
riling up Meredith effing bad. I don't even need footage of that. I know that to be true. So that's just an
Hmm.
aside. So it was Meredith on 10 on that plane? Probably. Are the women sensationalizing it a little bit? Maybe. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. But the fact that Mary, though, maintained that, Meredith, you were doing too much for a way too long of time, to me, I believe it to be true. Was she
Me too.
hysterical and screaming? I don't know that, because one thing about airplanes, they don't play that.
No.
So, and also we have on the floor, how long did it actually happen? Because Meredith maintains it was 15 minutes, thereabouts. But Mary was like, I literally woke up several times and you were still going. But Meredith was like,
Right.
how is that possible? I literally watched 2 movies and went to sleep. First of all, how long is that flight?
Right. Exactly. Two short films.
Yeah, what were you
Timberlake
watching?
film.
Crazy Rich
Not the
Asians?
Titanic.
Definitely not the Titanic. Definitely not Avatar.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Because
Not Gone with the
everyone
Wind.
knows when you have a fresh perm, you cannot get it wet.
I mean, that, and we also know from Legally Blonde that endorphins make you happy. Happy people don't kill their husbands,
Correct.
which is why I work out every day.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a husband, so I don't need to work out.
See,
Or
see, this is
maybe
girl math.
maybe if I worked out, I'd have a husband.
Well, I was looking around our hotel and there were cute guys around the gym. So I'm just saying. I was
Okay.
lurking. I'm a lurker. I have anxiety and I went and checked it out. Okay. We skipped a conversation that Whitney and Bronwyn had about the state of their marriages. They both are young women
How could we
with
remiss?
older men. I first of all love this conversation.
No,
They're
I
both
love this
very
conversation.
far away from Mormonism. They're both with much older men. And let me just say, these old, wrinkly, bald, gross geriatric men are bored with these young, gorgeous things. What is wrong with, I mean, if this, sorry, I'm throwing things. Ah,
You know
okay,
what?
let me
Speak
call,
your
let me,
piece. Speak your piece. I'm listening. We're here for you. You're seen.
if a woman like Whitney Rose, Bronwyn Newport, if they have a hard time holding down a man, I said this when Jay-Z
There's no
was
hope for us
cheating on
yet.
Beyonce. There's no hope for the rest of us. These men are cheating on these women and they want additional parties. First of all, we need to stop giving the men the blue pill. They've taken our health care away. We're going to take yours away. We don't want to see that.
Period. End of
Take the blue
sentence.
pill. You know what? Take the blue pill away and see if they still want to have some threesomes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so going
But I have
back,
no problem with threesomes. If that's what everybody wants, go for it. But like, these men are just gross.
well, there's
I'm
several.
grossed out by the men, but have threesomes all you want.
Correct. So there's a few points that I would like to bring up about this conversation. Number one, there has been a long-standing theory on social media that Bronwyn is starting her divorce storyline from Todd. Allegedly, Bronwyn, if you're listening to this, don't wish you and Todd to break up. Okay, girl? I'm just saying what's on TikTok and online. So a lot of people theorize that Bronwyn is soft launching her divorce because in some ways there is genuinely no way Bronwyn can continue on the show the way that she is and still be with Todd. There's simply no way. Every episode, Todd's getting whacked. We're whacking him, the audience, based off what we're seeing on the show. Bronwyn saying things like, there's just no way that Bronwyn can still be a full-time housewife and be married to Todd. I mean, what we have teased coming up is Todd looking at women on his phone. And then Bronwyn was like, weird. And then Bronwyn was like, well, had he told me a few days ahead of time that he was going to look at women on the phone, I would have been okay with it. And so I was like, what? Pause, record scratch. What? What? You would be okay with
this is my thing. As long as
What's
it's
his net worth?
consensual. Thank you. How many zeros are at the end of that number?
Maybe I turn a blind eye too.
I mean, honestly, for the right price, I would turn a blind eye. My husband and I joke, like, because there are like some older women that love him at his work. Some like really, I'm like, if they die soon and leave you the house, like, I mean, I'd get over it. Like, I'd be fine. So, like, I get an arrangement. And if you guys have an arrangement, good for you. If that's consensual for both of you.
She didn't let on that it was initially.
She made it seem like, yeah, I would consent if we had the conversation. He just didn't have the conversation.
But it just goes to show and tell me that, but I honestly don't think Bronwyn would be cool with that. Because at the end of the day, she was brought up with Mormon values. And I know her and Whitney are no longer like in the church and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like that's still a bedrock in what you believe.
Right.
I don't think Bronwyn would be okay with it. I think this is her getting in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of doing
I think you're right.
And I think Whitney,
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and I think Whitney is a target audience for this because Whitney is someone where she has spoken about this with Justin. So, and granted, you know, Justin's an older man and Whitney's younger, but I'm just like I'm not convinced that Bronwyn is Whitney. I'm not convinced. I think this is her getting ahead of the narrative, especially despite Lisa.
And I love that for Bronwyn. I love it. I love it. I'm not mad at her. You know what? If she wanted a divorce and if this is what she's doing to solidify herself to where she can, you know what? You have to make a plan.
I'm not mad at it. If she knew I don't foresee myself being married to this man, I need a plan B. I need to be financially independent. I'm going to go on the show and set the groundwork. And then my next season is going to be my divorce season from Todd. And I'm going to let my freak flag fly. And I'm going to be a bad Mormon. That's an amazing storyline. And I'm sad for next season.
Yeah, where's my popcorn? Feed it to me.
Yeah.
So I've always been obsessed because I love Heather Gay. I love Bronwyn so much. I've so been obsessed with their friendship and how I want them to really join forces. Yeah. Why hadn't I thought about Bronwyn and Whitney and what a freaking amazing ex-power Mormon couple they would be?
I completely...
Power ex-Mormon.
Yeah, no, I completely glossed over them too because Bronwyn's correct. They do have a lot in common. They're both married.
Just the age. They're younger than everybody else on the cast. Plus, their husbands are considerably older than them.
And I honestly think Justin and Todd would get along very well.
They seem like two of the more normal people. And I'm actually going to defend Todd on something because I know, like my anti-men rant. A few weeks ago, and it's been coming up in the flashbacks, when he's like, I don't want to hear you talking about Lisa. And we all, and I think it's fair to say, like, what a creep. Like, that's so mean. Let your woman... I can understand when you love somebody and somebody keeps on making a bad choice that they know is going to hurt them. And you tell that person, hey, I love you. I don't want you doing this. I don't want you going through this. And they keep on doing it over and over. At some point, like as the person who loves you, it becomes exhausting and it wears on you. So I can see Todd's POV, even though obviously the way he packaged it was not cute.
Yeah.
But I understand the fact that like you're seeing somebody you love go through it. You know this is going to end bad for her. It's hard to watch.
Well, I feel like most of us can relate to that in the sense of like how many of us have had a girlfriend and they're dating a terrible guy and they talk crap about him every single day, but they don't do anything about it. And it's like, okay, either you break up with him and because you know what the problems are, or like stop talking to me about it because I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. And if you're not going to change your opinion or you're just going to stay with him, then like stop talking to me about it and
why are we all of a sudden talking about Vanderpump Rules like season 7 when everyone's like, Kristen,
that's exactly
what my
brain was doing. And it's like, stop complaining about Tom, Kristen, if you're not going to break up with him. So same for Todd. It's like, stop complaining about Lisa if you're not going to not be friends with her. But so I agree with that in a vacuum. However, this is a show and this is Bronwyn's job. So there wasn't a world where she could skip out on going on this yacht and be asked back next season. Like there's just no way that that would work. So like
no, she handled it honestly perfectly. Going in late to where she was able to make an entrance, getting off that flight and then having the pigeoning, if we will, going because somebody had to tell her. It had to be secondhand to get
Yeah.
to her because she wasn't there. See, I
Yeah.
don't mind the pigeoning. If somebody's not there, somebody has to tell them what happened. It's just
Oh,
when
I
everybody's
agree.
going behind their backs to be sneaky and stuff that I'm like, okay, we get it. Like,
So, speaking
that's
of
lame.
that, let's talk about Heather and Lisa's friendship because it's really confusing to me. Because Heather, I honestly think sometimes with her friendships, i.e., Jen Shaw, like, I think she makes it her personality trait to be such a good friend. But, like,
Hmm.
at a certain point, you're not. Like, you not, holding Jen's feet to the fire doesn't make you a better person than say
Hmm.
someone like me who would be like, no, Jen, you need to take accountability. Like, just because you forgive people does not mean you're a martyr, in my opinion. um but in this instance, I'm like, do you actually like Lisa? Because you went so OT in defending her, but now, like, on the other end, you are spearheading. Lisa's the one that is sabotaging all of us and leaking all this information. So what is it? Do you love Lisa to a fault, or are you getting back at her from season 1 when she revealed you as being a good time girl?
Maybe a little bit of
I
both.
think Heather Gay played the long game. I honestly think she played the long con here. I think she got close to
Wow.
Lisa, and not in a derogatory way. She got her whack back because that
Yeah.
really bothered her when Lisa said that. And for her to
Well,
do
and I think, mhm.
a complete 180 and ride so hard for Lisa till Lisa got her guard down. And the reason why I think this is what happened is Lisa seemed genuinely gobsmacked that Heather's the one that's spearheading all these conversations, and Heather's like being the bone collector of the group. I genuinely think Lisa was caught off guard by Heather's switch up.
I think you're right. I appreciate Heather's switch up because
I do
she's
too.
honestly like the voice of all of us right now because we all
Agreed.
see exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
And the problem lies in Lisa. The dominator in all of these issues is
Yeah.
Lisa Barlow.
Yeah.
And I thought Heather, when she mentioned it weeks ago, saying, Lisa, you need to listen to me. You need to take accountability. We're not saying this to bully you. We're not
Yeah.
being mean. This is how we move forward. I could not believe, like, Lisa might as well have been doing this, like, la, 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 like she wouldn't hear. And
Yeah.
same with Meredith. I wanted to, like, knock my head against the wall. Like, how are these? And that made me think, I'm like, they are working so hard, and I hate what they're doing. I hate it when Mary's saying what happened.
Yeah.
Heather is saying what happened. All these people were there. You're not going to tell. And I love Mary's like, no, it wasn't 15 minutes. It was longer than that. It wasn't 20 minutes. It was longer than that.
I hate this word because I think people overuse it,
But
but
you're right.
you know what I'm going to say?
Gaslighting.
That is, to me, the textbook definition of gaslighting.
Right.
Lisa and Meredith had a pact that, like, we're gonna really diminish what actually happened because, again, in my opinion, I think Lisa knows in the back of her head she's culpable because you 100%, like I said, were antagonizing the situation. And all of their stories had some sort of physical contact. And Lisa kind of confirmed it in her story too. Like, I just leaned over and, like, said, give her the video, give her the TikTok. All the women had that kind of same storyline. One of them embellished it a little bit more. Lisa pulled back a little bit, but that was a through line. So I 100% believe Lisa was involved in egging on that situation.
There's no doubt in my mind that Lisa wasn't right there. Just she was eating it up. She loved it.
Loved.
This is Lisa having power.
Yep.
Lisa loves power, and this gave her. She was on a hierarchy, and there was somebody beneath her, and that's where she's most comfortable. She's up here, and everybody else is down
Yeah.
there, and that's how it has to be.
Well, and I'm really conflicted because, again, I love Lisa. I love Meredith. I love them as housewives. I enjoy them. This is not a good look for them at all. But I love them as friends. Like, I love that duo so hard.
Me
But
too.
I just, like, tonight was really, really difficult for me to stomach because I just felt so sorry for Britney. And I had posted this on Threads initially, and later I found out the women did say something, but I'm like, why is nobody sticking up for Britney in the moment? It's nice that you guys are now, but why weren't you guys checking Meredith and Lisa in the moment? But
Right.
it came to find out that I think they did, because Heather was like, once I woke up, I did say something. Then Meredith yelled at me. And then some of the other women were saying, we did say something, but again, unclear. Nobody knows the truth.
Right. So this is where I think maybe production, the secret obviously with
True.
production, because it's always with production, if obviously production's on board, they're not recording, it's not being filmed, but they're all present.
Yeah.
Executives are there. If there are people in the area, I wouldn't be surprised. This is my speculation. This is no proof. This is me and my imagination for the record. My imagination is that they're like, we're going to have you sign an NDA or we're going to compensate you for this video.
You know what I could also see? I could see at the reunion, Bravo being like, we have the unaired plane ride from hell.
You know what? And
Roll
that's
the
so
clips.
smart of them. God, and I hope they do, because you know what? Let us speculate. Let us talk and then give us the answer. You know what? That's the thing. We need closure. If you're
Yeah.
going to let us have all this speculation and we're going to be chirping all season, great. But then we need some answers.
You know what I really appreciate about Salt Lake City specifically? That franchise, there's almost always no leaks. Again, I referenced Reality Von Tease. Had that storyline leaked, that whodunit would have been, the impact wouldn't have been what it was, and that wouldn't have been one of the greatest season finales of reality TV ever, by the way, ever. One of the greatest.
History books.
Historic. That wouldn't have landed as hard had there had been leaked to the bloggers like, oh, Monica ended up being a blogger, blah, blah, blah. So where was I going with that?
I don't know, but I have a fly, so excuse me.
Okay,
we're a mess.
We're a mess. I think we're just really excited, you guys, because what are we doing? We're going to BravoCon.
We're going to BravoCon. I'm feeling a little cuckoo town, as Lisa Barlow said. Everyone here is cuckoo town. And I'm like, girl, you're the mayor of cuckoo town. You're not allowed to talk about other people being in cuckoo town when you're the president, vice president, mayor, secretary, and treasurer.
CEO. No, I don't know about you guys if you're listening to this, but I have a very early morning flight tomorrow, and so I always get travel anxiety before I travel anyway, like anytime I go on an airplane or, do anything. So I have the pre-vacation jitters. I'm scared that I won't get sleep because my flight is so early, so I won't be able to sleep anyway. And then obviously the excitement of going to BravoCon and seeing all of our friends and creators and meeting new people, and so all of that just rolled into one. And also the episode was so good. So I'm just like, I have so many emotions and feelings.
There was one more thing that I thought it was so funny. Meredith and Mary at the very end, when Mary was thankfully holding Meredith's feet down, Mary said, she goes, Meredith was on Mars. We're on Venus. And I'm like, you're right. Not one of you is on planet Earth. And I absolutely love you for it.
Correct.
Not one of them is on planet Earth. And we're not pretending they are.
Nobody is okay. And I love that. That's why we love Salt Lake City, because it's so camp and so zany and so wild and so insane. Mind you, how the heck did they fish that unicorn out of the water to then return it to Britney?
And I want to know, first of all, shout out to the editors. Once the stuffed animal was in the water and he was like, I hope you have a good night. You're loved. The edit was so funny. But obviously the thing didn't work. The voice didn't work. But it would have been really funny if they would have tried and it had some
it would have been really funny
sound. That would have been amazing. But that was so freaking funny. That prop, I love. Props can be the best or the worst. And this was an A+ prop. Put it at BravoCon. We need BravoCon. You need the unicorn 2026.
No, BravoCon should have a Build-A-Bear pop-up where you can make your own. I also had another idea for BravoCon, and I posted this on Threads, and it needs to happen. A real Psychics of Bravo booth at BravoCon where we could have Terrence, the spiritual intuitive, because that made
Take all my money.
That made Britney listen about being a better mom.
She forgot, but she did listen.
Terrence
She didn't retain.
Of course, the amazing Alison Dubois.
Know that.
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
And she was right.
I want to be read by her.
Can we put Vicky in that? You'll be divorced in 5 years. She's not a medium,
talk to
but
me
she
in
called
5 years, John.
She called that. To the year.
Vicky
so
called that.
We can throw her in.
And then the lady that I posted this on TikTok, Red Stassi, and was like, you are going to be married. You're going to have 2 kids. Hi, Mary. Queen of Scots. And you're going to start having kids in 2019. I need to be read by her. So again, if they had that at BravoCon, Ashley, I wouldn't cover anything. I would be in their faces and having them tell me my life.
No, I agree with you, and that's where you should be. No, I thought that was amazing. No, so good, so good. So I did actually go down to the BravoCon area. I was gooped and gagged. One of my girlfriends, I was telling Imani this off air. One of my girlfriends is working the convention. She doesn't watch Bravo. She knows that everything is iconic, but she was telling me that they're wearing white gloves to touch everything.
I'm
The clothes.
obsessed.
She was dressing mannequins today. Everything is white glove. They're touching Tamara's implant, white gloves. They're touching, the table that Teresa flipped.
Yeah.
Everything is treated like it is truly of a different era. Of it really like it's Princess Diana, and that's how it feels. These are our Princess Dianas.
Have you ever seen National Treasure?
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that kind of stuff.
Okay, amazing film. I actually want to watch that soon. But you know how like when they stole the Declaration of Independence and they have like Q-tips and they're doing this and they have the gloves.
Love it.
The concept of them doing that with like Tamara's implant or like Uni the Unicorn with like
Right.
sanitation and gloves and doing so softly and like
Oh my gosh. Like
Blowing
archaeology work. I'm dead. I'm done. The not
thought of that?
paleontology, not paleontologist work here. No, but that's what they need.
No,
We need
100%.
samples. We
Yes.
need vials.
Yes.
We need beakers. I don't know what we would use beakers for, but we
It's an
need
experiment.
beakers.
We need
It's an
all of
experiment.
it.
Science. We are women in STEM.
we are women. And so I need just like some sort of like, I don't know, experiments abound. You guys, what a great
Please
episode.
stay tuned for more Salt Lake and BravoCon. You guys, we are so stupid excited.
If you couldn't tell by this extremely chaotic and manic episode, we're
We
not
are
at all
man.
excited.
We're not well, but we're having a good time, and hopefully we didn't scare you away with our
Well, I hope you
wild
guys-
energy today. We're a little feral.
We're a little, well, this can completely counteract the other episode on when we were in LA and I was like dead, like, yeah. So this is the categorical opposite.
We are doing our best. And it was just a lot all at once, a lot of travel, but we'll be in our normal lives soon.
Yeah.
So
Well, should
stay
we-
tuned and thanks for your patience.
Yeah, 100% in all seriousness. Thank you. And honestly, Angie, if you're listening to this, I'll be Greek. I'll be your daughter. I'll be Greek.
I want to ride a horse. I want to ride a horse that costs the same as a
Oppa.
Porsche. Oppa.
No, when
Yeah, I bought some baklava today for our hotel room. See, we are Greek.
Love
I love
baklava.
John Stamos.
and you know what? I put down some spanakopita.
So good.
I
God, I love a spanakopita.
Put down some spanakopita.
Yeah. I mean, I'm basically made of falafel. So
Like Angie, we are your target audience. Any sort of like Greek information you want to bestow on your daughter, Electra, we will take it.
I know. And I know how Electra feels. Like
Yeah.
when you're in high school, none of that stuff
You
like
don't
matters.
care. Yeah,
You
you
don't
don't
care.
care.
I wish I could go back as an adult. Like how nice would it be to have like an economics class or like world history or freaking economics? Like, do you know how helpful that would be?
And Angie nailed the whatever. I can't right now. She was like, "Do you know how lucky you are to have roots? Do you know how lucky that is to like know where you're from?" We won't get into the American history here
Right.
because we have a minute. But Angie, do you like
Right.
Electra? Listen
Angie-
to your mom. Listen to your mom.
Listen to your mom. Yeah,
That
listen
is
to your
really
mom.
cool. Okay, guys. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Please start putting your comments in the comment section too. Like whatever you thought about the episode, let us know. We'll respond. We'll have a kiki. That's what we want. We want everyone to be able to talk about it together, watch together, snark together, and like Ashley said, follow us everywhere.
Stay tuned for BravoCon. Boots
Stay
on the
tuned.
ground. We are literally at every event.
Yes.
Every event. Even the ones that aren't like posted, we're there.
Yeah, so be mindful and patient with us in terms of the website, but you are going to have a ton of us over on Instagram, on Threads, on TikTok, on Twitter, everywhere. So make sure you're following us. We love you so much, and we will see you very soon. Bye!
Bye.